Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about these Biore Micellar Waters, both the baking soda and the charcoal. I have been using these and trying them and also doing a little bit of research, and I have some definite thoughts on them. Thoughts that I want to share with you about the claims, about the skincare, about what this does, and about whether or not you are going to want to try these. So I'm going to not really talk about Biore because it's a huge company. I feel like I know them best from their pore strips, but what I am going to do is tell you a little bit about each of these products. I am then going to tell you about how it performs, and I'm then going to tell you about why there is sort of hype and gimmicks around these products that you'll probably want to be aware of before you buy them. For all of this, there are going to be timestamps down below so you can watch whatever part of the video you would like. Let's start out talking about the baking soda version. So this in Canada is going to cost you about $7 for 300 milliliters, which is the full size, which is about 4 times the size of this. So this is a micellar water. It says free your pores, great for combination skin, and that it removes makeup, deep cleans, pores, and refreshes. It also does say on here that it is oil-free and there is no need to rinse, as is true with most micellar waters. So this product is said to be specially formulated for combination skin, that the Biore Baking Soda Cleansing Micellar Water delivers an all-in-one clean refresh face anytime, anywhere. It's a makeup remover, it's a cleanser, and it's a refresher. It is dermatologist tested, oil-free, ophthalmologist tested, non-comedogenic, so it won't clog your pores, pH balanced, and hypoallergenic. So that is the claims of this one, and now let's talk about the charcoal one. So the Biore Charcoal Micellar Water is supposed to be good for oily skin. It again removes makeup, deep cleanse, pores, and refreshes. And again, it says no need to rinse and oil free. The claims are pretty much the same. It's a makeup remover, a cleanser, and a refresher. It has all the same things, but dermatologist tested, oil free, ophthalmologist tested, non-comedogenic, and hypoallergenic. Although it doesn't say this one is pH balanced, but I don't think it's quite as important to comment on that for this one. And again, this is going to be about $7 for 300 milliliters. So I have been testing these and they do work at taking off your makeup. Let's talk about the baking soda one first. You know, no problem at all taking off the makeup. I found a couple of times when I used it, it felt like there was still a bit of a feeling of a film left on my face after I used it, but nothing that was irritating in any way. There is a fragrance to it, and this one, it's clean smelling, but it also kind of reminds me of the smell of a cleaner, like a household cleaner. And I'm trying to put my finger on what it is. It almost smells a little bit like Windex, but not in a unpleasant way, if that makes sense. But it works totally fine. The charcoal one, again, works totally fine for taking off makeup. You are going to want to know that it's a little disconcerting putting this onto a white cotton pad because it does look black, like it looks like it's already has some makeup it's removed on it, but that's just because of the black charcoal that is in here. I did not find that I had any problem with this one of feeling like there was film on my skin at all. It does have a slightly different fragrance to it. This one has more of a berry kind of scent to it. I do prefer the smell of the charcoal one, but both of them do have fragrance in it. So if you are susceptible to fragrance or sensitive to fragrance, that is good for you to know. So now let's talk about what makes these different and why it is hype. So the reason you would buy these is like, oh, baking soda. I've not seen that in a micellar water. Ooh, charcoal. Not heard of that. Those seem like good skin ingredients, but let's break that down. We will start with the baking soda. Please, please, please do not use baking soda on your skin. So your skin is sensitive, it's very important that the pH balance is right on it. I'm not pretending like I'm an expert on this at all, but there is sort of the acid mantle of your skin that controls, you know, your oils, your pH, all of that. And if you use things that have too high or too low pH, too acidic or too basic on your skin, it's going to start to interfere with how your skin regulates its own pH. And baking soda is one of those. I mean, the main things you use baking soda for is to neutralize acid or as a cleanser because it is quite basic or because it's almost like an exfoliant in that the tiny grains of it can scrub away at things. So you should not be using straight baking soda on your skin. In the same way, you should not be using like straight citrus or vinegar in homemade remedies on your skin. In the short term, you may see some difference, but it's not good for your skin in the long term. So before I started testing this, I looked at it and was like, oh, baking soda. I don't know that I want to put baking soda on my skin. But let's remember that it did say that this was pH balanced in the review of it. So if you actually look at the ingredients on here, there's a ton of ingredients before you get down to sodium bicarbonate, which is in fact the last ingredient just before, not the very last ingredient. The only ingredients that are in less quantity in here than the sodium bicarbonate are the fragrance, benzophenone 4, and then what appears to be the colors that give it this blue color. So there is very small amount of sodium bicarbonate in here. It is pH balanced, and it's also a liquid. So the two things that baking soda actually does, which is have a very extreme pH level, that's been neutralized, and you're not going to get the exfoliation because it's in a liquid form. So there is nothing actually in here from the baking soda that is doing anything to your skin, but that's actually a good thing. Now looking at the charcoal is actually, it can be a good ingredient for your skin. The jury is kind of out on whether it does anything. It could do stuff that's really good, or it could do nothing at all, but it's not going to do anything harmful to your skin in the same way that baking soda might. I'm going to put a link down below to a review I did on a charcoal mask where I get a little bit more into the details of why charcoal might be detoxifying or help with cleansing your skin. But the way that charcoal would work is to bind to the oils and dirt in your skin, in your pores, and then be rinsed away when you wash your face. But do you remember what it says on here? No need to rinse. So you are putting this charcoal micellar water all over your face and then letting it sit there. Now, granted, at some point you're going to wash your face, so, you know, it could get sloughed away at that point. But again, the charcoal on here is the very last ingredient. There is a minimal amount of charcoal in here, and in fact there are colors in here which make me think that the blackness of this isn't even all due to the charcoal, it's also due to the coloring that they put in here. So how much charcoal is actually in this is pretty negligible. So don't get drawn into buying these products because of the baking soda or the charcoal. Having said that, they're not bad micellar waters. There is a product, or an ingredient I should say, that I looked up and I totally forget the name of, that is not good to have in your micellar water, and it is an ingredient in some of them in the US and Canada. It's an ingredient that has been banned in some European countries because it is suspected or shown to be connected to cancer. These micellar waters do not have that ingredient in it. You know, it didn't do anything bad for my skin. It does what it's supposed to do, which is remove makeup and feel refreshing. The only ingredient that's in here that could be questionable is the fragrance. So if you are super sensitive to fragrance, you may not like these. As micellar waters, they are perfectly fine. The hype around baking soda and charcoal, it's not doing anything in these. If you want to try either one of them, it's not going to do anything bad for you unless you're sensitive to fragrance, but it's not really going to do anything that a regular micellar water doesn't. So that is my review of these products. I hope that helped you out a little bit if you were thinking of purchasing one of these because of, you know, the claims of the ingredients on here. I would love to hear your thoughts if you disagree with me for any reason, or you have other thoughts to share. If you love these, if you hate these, if there's another micellar water that is awesome, please leave all of that in the comments down below. I do try to respond to every comment that I get. Every once in a while I miss one, and if I miss yours, I'm so sorry, but I do try. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, all the rest of it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!